Oh, hey, boys and girls. I was just talking over here with my friend Smiley. We were very excited about today's Forbidden Fable. Isn't that right, Smiley?
Oh, yes, I love it. This is a poem I could really sink my teeth into.
Oh, that's a good one, Smiley. Yeah, today's story is all about the dangers of biting the hand that feeds you. That's a fun one, right?
Yeah, I like this one. It makes me smile.
Yeah, but let's be honest, Smiley. Pretty much everything makes you smile. You're a set of teeth.
You make a very good point, Deviljack.
Anyway, on with today's Forbidden Fable, Emily Knight. Have fun!
This is the tale of Emily Knight, and all of the trouble caused by her wicked bite. Born to awful people whose parenting was poor, but after a year her mom was out the door. Left with her dad who drank and who beat, she was molded into something that was no longer sweet. Several years later, when she was just 8, her father died of cancer that was in his prostate. Now all alone into the system she was handed, there to be recovered, retrained, and rebranded. Quickly they learned a terrible truth, that they must be cautious around this traumatized youth. What they discovered about Emily Knight was that she had a terribly wicked little bite. She'd chew at your ankles, she'd chomp at your ear, she'd bite down on anyone if they got near. Several got scars, one man got stitches. Her bites to the nose were particularly vicious. As the years passed along, no foster home could keep her. Her teeth would strike as soon as you'd meet her. Just when they thought that was all that she wrote, in walked a man with a navy blue wool coat. They thought he was there to foster a child. They started grabbing the forms, and the paperwork piled. He halted their actions with a raise of his hand. He then said very clearly, "You misunderstand. I'm here to adopt," he proclaimed with delight. Then he pointed to the girl with the frightening bite. They knew that they shouldn't just give her away, but no one had wanted her until today. The man was a dentist. He had a big house. He was a white-collar gentleman, not some blue-collared louse. There was no police record, no bad deed could they find, so they drew up the papers before the man changed his mind. Just a little bit later, in no time at all, the man was leaving with Emily in haul. They drove over hills, across fog-covered moors, between treacherous mountains and past perilous shores. For days they drove in silence and tension, filled the car with growing apprehension. "We hear," the man shouted, and Emily grew cold as she looked up at a house that was crooked and old. Winter air rushed in as the car door was pulled ajar. The smell of damp grass drifted into the car. The man scooped up the girl, and he smiled with no charm, but then Emily struck, chomping into his arm. But no noise was made, not a whimper of pain. The man didn't flinch. His smile didn't wane. Emily pulled a face as blood filled her throat, and she released her bite as the man paid no note. He carried her in to a home that smelled musty, to a stairway that was dark, and to a room that was dusty. The man locked her into a big silver chair, next to a table of dental tools, placed neatly with care. The man paused for a moment to savor the scene. He had punished many kids who were feral and mean. Then he set to work, ignoring her cries, as metal clashed against tooth and tears poured from eyes. For an hour he toiled, for an hour she endured, till finally he finished, her fate now ensured. A brace had been bolted straight into her jaw, her mouth permanently open. She couldn't shut her maw. She was tossed in the basement, without ceremony or grace. Emily moaned in pain as drool poured from her face. Out of the darkness, other kids came to greet. Some were missing fingers, others missing feet. They huddled together, this sorrowful clan, all victims of life and of that evil man. So ends the tale of Emily Knight and all of the trouble caused by her wicked bite.
So, what'd you think of the story, Smiley?
Well, I don't get why she was so upset. I mean, all he did was help her show off one of her best features.
Yeah, I suppose that's true, Smiley. But you think maybe he was a little extreme?
You know, sometimes for beauty, we have to go a little far. I mean, you know, a little pain to look that pretty is worth.
Now, look, I'm not entirely sure you got the gist of that story. Maybe you're a little biased because, you know, your teeth. But anyway, so I hope you, boys and girls, enjoyed that story at least. It's very spooky. I'm sure you have a very different take from Smiley over here.
Hey, watch it.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Everybody's allowed their own opinion. Anyway, but you guys all have a good evening, and I'll see you next time on Devil Jack's Forbidden Fables.